Howdy.
Hello, hello.
Well, to conclude this series of Psalms for comfort and assurance, this is my absolute favorite, and probably isn't most people's.
Oh my gosh, everybody loves
And
this one.
it's sung and prayed at funerals. There's several hymns with this one in it. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Gosh, I mean, what can you say? That is just so lovely.
I used to repeat that over and over again when we lived on the north side of Milwaukee, and I went jogging in the Mitchell Park. It would just go through my head like a mantra, and there's great. I think that's a wonderful thing about some of these psalms. They can just kind of keep rolling through your head, in your heart.
And in your heart.
Some of the God provides everything I need, and this. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, there was a place called there is still the valley of the shadow of death, and it was a place where there were lots of robbers because it was a narrow thing like this that you walk through, a perfect place for an ambush. Even if I go through that, I fear no evil, for you are with me.
Yeah.
And this whole thing about being a shepherd, we're sheep, kind of. That means sheep can be, I don't know, there's disagreements about whether they're smart or whether they're
Really? Who the heck thinks
stupid.
sheep are smart?
I don't know. Or just stubborn, smart and stubborn. I don't know. But I know how I am, and I can be both.
I recently heard a shepherd say that sheep have this particular talent for getting in the most life-threatening situation possible. That's why that's like, okay, let's do that.
Well, maybe they just all have attention deficit traits or
It's
something.
whatever. Sheep are that way.
Okay, all right.
They,
However they are.
Yes.
But they do know the shepherd's voice. That's a good thing. And but I love this. Even when I go through that tough stuff, and not only that, look at this. You prepare a table before me, even in the presence of what threatens me. You anoint my head with oil, which means bless, bless, bless me, right? And my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall chase me down all the days of my life. And even now I'm dwelling in the house of the Lord. It's either my whole life long or forever, however you want to translate it.
Yeah. And the deal is like, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. It's like taking that fear away. It's not like, maybe there will be bandits, but I don't have to live a life of fear because I am safe in the Lord. Yes, my body may be broken and stuff stolen and all that kind of stuff, but as I am safe in the Lord, that is just something that happens. It's not something I have to be upset about. Now that sounds a little crazy, and I understand how it does sound a little crazy, but there is so much wisdom in that. Yes, I will go through trials in life. Yes, I will go through periods when people say horrible things about me. Yes, I will go through periods of time when I'm not sure how I'm going to pay the bills. Yes, I will go through periods of time like that. But I don't have to freak out. I don't have to be driven by fear as a result, because that's where the real suffering happens. Yes, life is full of challenges and pain and, joy and all that stuff. But there are, yes, definitely times when, ouch,
And
But
you
to take that fear away
know,
is all the difference in the world. That to remove the cause of my suffering.
yeah. And here's the thing. If God is leading me somewhere, God's going to guide me through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm just doing what I believe God has called me to do in this situation or whatever, then he says, you're with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me, which means, you know, kind of go, no, that's too much. Boom, go this way, go that way. The rod and the staff are there to guide the sheep. So he goes, yeah, okay, yeah, I want you to do this, but that's a little too much. Go here. Get over there. Get back in alignment with me, a sort of thing.
But you see what a difference that is. Rather than having the God be about modifying my circumstances so that I don't feel afraid,
Yeah.
God modifies my spirit so I don't feel afraid.
Yeah, there
And
you
then
go.
I can go through any circumstance without harm. I mean, loss maybe and pain maybe, but not harm.
Ultimate harm, no.
And so it's just, I don't know how to convey that. It's not magical thinking. And often, I mean, I will say this, so often as I am more aligned with God, I have fewer of those challenging circumstances. But I don't quite understand why that is. I'll take it, though. But maybe it's that I'm not noticing them as challenging.
Yeah.
But
I think
it
that's
does
right.
seem like life in general, the more I am at one with God, life is a lot sweeter and easier and all of that as well.
You're more
But it
likely to
doesn't
see-
mean nothing bad happens. It's just
Yeah,
that it doesn't feel bad.
Yeah. And the bottom line is, goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. Shall
That's
pursue
right.
you. Would you mind praying for us tonight?
Not at all. Oh, Holy Father, there's so many places where we can take comfort in your word. Help us to still those voices that yell at us and tell us we should be afraid, that if you're not afraid, you don't know what's going on. Help us to understand that we do know what's going on. And it is your gentle mercies here to guide us through this amazing experience that we call life. Help us to be reassured and at peace. In the name of the Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, and don't forget, like, subscribe, share.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.